a guest, and you're coming as a student, you're coming as a tourist or what have you. And in it, you have to make certain assertions. And if you tell us when you apply for a visa, I'm coming to the US to participate in pro-Hamas events, that runs counter to the foreign policy interest of the United States of America. It's that simple. So you lied. You came, if you had told us that you were going to do that, we never would have given you the visa. Now you're here. Now you do it.
Yep.
You lied to us. You're out. It's that simple.
But
it's
is there any? But is there any evidence of a link to terrorism, or is it just his point of view?
The wild.
Knowledge is power.
Has it ever occurred to you that his point of view is the link? Like, what are we doing? He just answered it yes. She doesn't get it. Well, what she's trying to do, so this is what she's trying to do. She's trying to minimize and make it seem like his viewpoint and his support of terrorism is just a point of view. So she's using intentionally soft language in order to make him seem extreme. That's what's happening. And this is, again, like, it's manipulation, it's an implication. Yes, exactly. And so as soon as you see how this happens, and this is why, by the way, this is the reason why a lot of people watch these videos. It's because I think a lot of average people see this happen, but they might not really understand it entirely. Maybe English might not be their first language, or they might not, you know, really pick up on it as much. I spend a lot of time talking, I spend a lot of time reading, and so I see this very quickly. Are you? Yeah, I understand English very well. I do. And I can immediately see when this is happening. I know how to use manipulative language, and I know how to identify manipulative language. I'm very good at it. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so popular. Yeah, it's because I'm good at communicating. So, anyway, your English good since when? Yes, my English does be good. And so anyway, this happens, and it's so obviously disingenuous. It's clearly disingenuous.
Yeah, they take over. I mean, do you not? I mean, you should watch the news. These guys take over entire buildings.
We
they
covered
vandalize
it
colleges.
intensely.
They shut down
I'm
colleges.
asking about the
well, then you should
specific
know
justification for the revocation of his visa. Was there any evidence of material support for terrorism?
Was the negotiator negotiating on behalf of people that took over a campus, that vandalized buildings? Negotiating over what? That's a crime in and of itself, that they're involved in being the negotiator, the spokesperson, this, that, the other. We don't want it. We don't need these people in our country. We never should have allowed them in the first place. If he...
True. Fucking true.
Had told us,
absolutely,
I'm going over there, and I'm going over there to become the spokesperson and one of the leaders of a movement that's going to turn one of your allegedly elite colleges upside down. People can't even go to school. Libraries, buildings being vandalized.
A lot of these people share a bed with terrorists and terrorist supporters, because their entire ideology is hinged around oppression and oppressor, and they view the terrorists as the oppressed. So anything that they do as a response is acceptable because they're part of this group that it's acceptable to do these things. That's it. And everything is based off of that.
Would have let him in. We never would have let him in to begin with. And now that he's doing it and he's here, he's going to leave, and so are others, and we're going to keep doing it. And by the way, I find it ironic that a lot of these people out there defending the First Amendment speech...
Conservatives will be the first to tell you that they're the most oppressed people. Shut the fuck up, Zach. Bro. You're not going to convince anybody by creating these disingenuous double standards that nobody believes or gives a shit about. Like, here, I'll pull it up. We haven't pulled up anybody today in chat. I just noticed that. So, what's the problem with this? We're listening to, like, what this is. Your entire channel is a double standard, partisan hack. Can you give me an example of that double standard? If it's my entire channel, I think that it'd be easy for you to find one.
Picking up pace!
What happened to no one left behind?
He's crashing out? Is he really? You think so? I think he might be crashing out too.
Hand in hand.
Emotional manipulation only going one way? No, I've said multiple times that emotional manipulation goes both ways, and I used the example of bringing that kid with brain cancer to the union address, or basically the union address that Trump did, as blatant emotional manipulation. And I think that it's also emotional manipulation with the trans issues and the sports issues as well. I've never said that. Do you have another example of a double standard that doesn't exist? Or is that the only example of fake double standards? You only ever call out one side? So if I only ever call out one side, why am I able to make multiple examples of me calling out other sides? Because like, how do I have multiple examples of me calling out the other side if I only call out one side? Are you saying that I'm lying and I didn't do that? Or are you saying that you're just exaggerating things because you're mad? Which one is it? You used to care about wealth disparity, now you're championing it? When have I championed wealth disparity? When did I do that? So this is another double standard, right? And by the way, this isn't a double standard. This is so this isn't like you're saying that I have a double standard. This isn't a double standard. This is a shifting of values. So like you're wrong also in terms of like how you're categorizing this. When you cheer on the richest man in the world firing families from their ability to pay their mortgage or buy groceries. So yeah, I am, because I think their job's useless. So do you think, so basically based off of your argumentation, do you think that we should never fire people from the government? That's not what I said, is it? Well, it's what you implied. So basically what you're saying is that you used to be skeptical of government talking points. As soon as the new admin took over, you buy it at face value. Okay, so this is a video that I uploaded 2 days ago. And so this is me right here fact-checking something that Elon Musk said in the middle of the video. Like at the beginning, you started talking about the conservatives being the most oppressed people. And then now you're talking about there being a double standard. And then you're saying that there's emotional manipulation. And then I'm saying that I only call out one side. And then I care about wealth disparity. And now you're making an emotional appeal for families that can't pay their mortgage or buy groceries. You're just emotionally charged. Everything that you're saying is emotionally charged. You're disingenuous. You've misrepresented everything that I've said multiple times. So what are we doing here? GOP is erasing black history. Yeah, a little psycho. Yeah, this is a guy... you know what they say? They're not sending their best.
And now that he's doing it and he's here, he's going to leave, and so are others, and we're going to keep doing it. We are, and by the way, I find it ironic that a lot of these people out there defending the First Amendment speech, alleged free speech rights of these Hamas sympathizers, they had no problem, okay, pressuring social media to censor American political speech.
That's right. That's right. These people had no problem censoring for, quote, misinformation during COVID, or misgendering somebody, but they want to keep somebody in the country that is not even a citizen for supporting terrorism. It's not the same people, though? Yeah, actually it is. In fact, as a matter of fact, it is. It's the same apparatuses and the same organizations that were justifying and celebrating and supporting deplatforming people like Joe Rogan, that are now trying to play defense for a terrorist sympathizer. Why are we deporting terrorists? Because they're bad. And we're not deporting terrorists. If they were terrorists, they'd be in jail. We're not even deporting them. They're not even terrorists. They're people that are supporting terrorists.
So I think it's ironic and hypocritical, but the bottom line is this.
Lunatics? Yeah.
If you are in this country to promote Hamas, to promote terrorist organizations, to participate in vandalism, to participate in acts of rebellion and riots on campus, we never would have let you in if we had known that, and now that we know it,
only
you're going to leave.
pro-Palestinian people who are going to have their visas revoked? Or
is it only pro-Palestinian people? You see how, like, this is, again, the intentional misunderstanding, the intentional misleading. This is, yeah, see, this is how it always works, right? It's this dishonesty. These people can't even have, he's a green card holder. Once you have a green card, you're a citizen, you have the same rights as citizens have. Can green card holders vote? Can they vote or not? Some people just don't want Israel to keep bombing innocent people. That doesn't matter. That's not relevant. If the way that you protest that is by supporting terrorists, then you can do that somewhere else. This conversation